credits, on February 13th. Texas was better than us in all phases of the game tonight. They did a really good job of taking us out of rhythm. They're very, very physical throughout the basketball game on the perimeter, but also on the offensive end. They got really deep touches, compromised our rotations, and we just didn't play well. Didn't play well the whole night, and it's really hard. This is our 11th conference game, and we're still trying to figure out the flow. It seems like the flow has been different every game in the way that it's choose my words carefully. The way that it's just gone. Like tonight, physical game like this, and I bet you 4 of Clara Strack's fouls were little touch fouls, and so now she's a little confused, and we're not going to be very good if we don't have Clara Strack on the floor. So that really took us out of rhythm. But again, you give credit to Vic and his crew. I thought they did a great job of just taking us out of rhythm.
We'll start with Phoenix and then we'll go to Ryan.
How do you, of course, been on a 2-game slide right now, how do you build up from this and try not to lose any sort of confidence at all moving forward?
This league is it's a great league, and every night's going to give you a challenge. And I think the way that you manufacture yourself through this league is you have to take it one day at a time. This game or Monday's game had no bearing on this game. This game can't have any bearing on Sunday's game, because if you get caught up in what has happened the last couple of days, you haven't played well, then it's going to hurt your confidence. And so if you look at the big picture, we're 8-3 in the conference. We're 19-4. So if you're going to look on something like that, you have to look at everything. And so we know we didn't play well. We know we're not going to be as good as we can possibly be if we don't have our full complement of kids available to us. And tonight was one of those nights.
Coach, kind of separate from the game, Coach Vick shared what he was talking with you about after the game. Just wanted to hear your thoughts about this specific game as a husband, a partner, and a father of 3 girls.
It really puts it into perspective. This last year has been the hardest year of my life, and to be able to watch my wife walk out there, and when they said that she rang the bell on May the 24th, it puts everything into perspective, because she's fought. She's the strongest person that I know, and I also know that we didn't get to this by ourselves. The power of prayer. She and I kept it to ourselves throughout the basketball season last year, and we finally told people. And when we told people, it was the biggest weight lifted off my shoulder, because so many people helped us, and they prayed for us, and they helped us get through it. So nights like tonight, when you know what you've gone through and you know how you've gotten through it because of other people, and to be able to bring awareness to this nasty disease. And that's what Vic and I talked about. He has a son who he almost lost. And nights like tonight really puts things in perspective, and know that you can't do it by yourself, and that you have so many people that are helping you. So the University of Kentucky has been great to me. I love it when people come up to me, and before they even ask me anything about basketball, they'll ask me how my wife's doing. And that means everything, because family's first. So tonight was special.
Dylan, Forrest, Caroline, Brad.
Coach, switching gears, if possible, the BBN, you talked about them being there for you during those times, but tonight they showed up loud and proud, and you have some big games coming up as far as for seeding in the SEC tournament and the possibility of getting to get this crowd in here for the NCAA. How important is that crowd and the BBN getting behind you guys in these next few big games here in Amoore?
Yeah, I think the crowd for Texas tonight was great, and obviously you want to come out with a win and some excitement and some energy. But just to show that the way that the program's grown this year alone, and to hear that, you know, the game against Tennessee and LSU were sold out crowds, we need that, as Coach was touching on earlier. It's a tough league, and anything you can get to put you over the edge, it really helps. If you watch games around the league, you know, those tight games that, you know, the LSU, the Tennessee game, like, that is kind of determined home or away because the crowd gets involved. So we greatly appreciated the support, you know, the energy in that building, you know, the way that Historic Memorial Coliseum is built, the sound echoes. Like, when we run that little run at the end, we felt the energy, and we definitely need more of that. But, you know, it's exciting, especially heading to March. You talk about potentially hosting, you know, how big would that be for BDN? But, you know, it's game by game, so we need to continue that for the rest of the season. And I don't know if it's me being sentimental, but time's ticking, so yeah, we appreciate everyone coming out.
Either of y'all, seems like the past couple games, it's been physicality that's been a bit of the downfall. How do you feel like that's played out, and what's broken down to contribute to that being an issue? And then do you feel like you have an idea of what you do to fix it? And if so, how do you move forward?
Yeah, it's like I said, the flow has just been different. 11 straight games, and you know, you think that you can come out and, you know, okay, first couple possessions, it's a lot of physicality. You think, okay, let's go, and then all of a sudden there's ticky-tack fouls, and, you know, like Clara's second foul wasn't even on her. You know, it was on Georgia, and it's kind of like you can't pick between your kids, you know, and you have to save one because, you know, then it would have been her second foul. And so it couldn't even go argue it because, okay, one of them's going to be out, but it's just, again, if that's the way the game's going to be played, you know, then we'll have to adjust. But then, you know, sometimes there's freedom of movement, and you can go and you can play, you know, a different style. But we just have to know. Sometimes I got to maybe put in an offense that we just put our head down and go crash inside. But we got to figure it out. We have to figure it out, and we have to play smarter. And we talk a lot about early defense, playing early defense, and that'll keep you from the ticky-tack fouls if you're in good position. And we didn't do that tonight. And we need Clara Strack in the game. We need Tiani to be able to play free without having foul trouble. So it's just something that we're going to have to learn how to deal with and adjust and, you know, readjust if we have to during the game.
Georgia, that strong fourth quarter start, you guys 10 straight points. What went right during that period, and what happened after that timeout that kind of got you off kilter?
Our aggression, I think, at some point in the third quarter, it was like, they're pushing up, let's just chill. Like, that's what it felt like, in all honesty. I feel like sometimes I was out there and it was like no movement, we were very still, but in that little stretch, it's like we got a second burst of wind and we started getting downhill and attacking, and we're a great team when we get rebounds, and push it out and attack. And I think we had that, but, you know, we got to do it both ends. You know, you can't go on a run offensively and just trade buckets. It kind of gets you nowhere. I think we ended up getting into a position where Booker, as good as she is, she was getting easy short corner jumpers. So I think it's just the aggression and being locked in on both ends, and we have to realize that, like, this stuff is real right now. Texas is the #2 team in the nation for a reason. Like, they have great players. Like, we have to lock in and on every single thing we do. Yeah, so I think it's just the aggression is a huge key for it.
Brad, Chloe, Tanya.
Kind of to go with that, I felt like tonight in the second, third, and fourth quarter, you guys made some runs, took the lead in the second, cut it to 9, I think, in the third, 12 in the fourth. And then each time Texas responded, usually like on a 10 or 12 overrun. You know, what changed in those, you know, because you guys made a run, then they would make a run, seemed like.
Yeah, I mean, that's a team that's composed and knows how to attack when we get on runs, you know. I think as soon as we got on runs, we needed to continue that energy and that momentum and translate it defensively. I've been on teams before when Coach Brooks has said we need to be, you know, aggressive on defense and aggressive on offense. Like, we need to initiate a lot of the contact, or I just don't think we had that. Like, it was like we expected it on one end and not the other a lot of the times.
A lot of it has to do too with rebounding. You know, we're a better basketball team when we're able to rebound and get it out and get easy opportunities instead of going against defenses. And we're not getting the clean rebounds like we need to. And the last 2 games, you know, it's either been a tipped ball or we almost get it, or when we do secure it, we don't have a flow getting out and getting going. So our strength is not just going toe to toe with you on the offensive end, our offensive end for the whole game. You know, we can do it in spurts and we can do it, but if we have to do it for the whole game, then it's not our strength. And we need to be able to get rebounds cleanly, get it out and go, and get easy opportunities in transition.
Georgia, as the leader of this team, when times do get tough like this, what's your message to the group?
Yeah, I mean, we're at a point of the year we can't hang our head. Like, we know what we're doing wrong. It's very clear what we're doing wrong, and we can't let this energy ball up and snowball into the next game. I mean, Coach just said the way we played the last game had nothing to do with the way we played this game. It's going to have nothing to do with the way we played on Sunday against Georgia. A very present mindset. Like, it's not like we're scratching our heads thinking what's going wrong. Like, it's very obvious that, you know, our aggression, our rebounding, our physicality needs to be fixed. But also just reminding the girls that it's something we can do. You know, it's not out of reach. It's not something that we have to wish goes our way, wish to go our way. But yeah, just staying positive, because that's literally what you can do. Like, we cannot be miserable and let that carry over. As I said, we have a select few games left where we can really go out and show some things.
You also need to look at reality. The reality is we played against Ole Miss, who I thought was the best defensive team in that conference, on Monday night, and then on a short turnaround, we played against Texas, who now I think is the best defensive team in the league. So we haven't played against, you know, 2 teams that are not known for their defense. That's what they're known for. And we just didn't answer the bell, and we'll have an opportunity to get better at it. Obviously, Georgia comes in here and they hang their hat on defense. So we got a lot to learn in a couple of days about ourselves, but we're fine. We really are. We're fine in that locker room, and we understand that we're playing in the best league in the country. And, you know, like I think I told you guys, you know, a month or 2 ago, I don't think anybody was gonna go undefeated in this league, and it came true. And so we understand what we're in, we understand what we're up against, and we just have to fix it and get ourselves right, you know, as we head into postseason.
Tanya, and then we can have time for 1, maybe 2 more.
Coach, can you just kind of talk about the play of Tiani tonight? She just
Yeah.
finished with a very quiet double-double.
Yeah. Tiani's played well the last 2 games. She played well at Ole Miss, and again, you know, when she can play free and she's not in foul trouble, she was in foul trouble for a little bit tonight. She's very effective for us. She does a lot of different things. We need her on the floor. Her length does a really good job for us. So proud of her energy, the way that she's come out the last couple games, giving us a little bit of a fight. We just need our full complement of players available. It seems like we're always trying to you know, patch a hole because somebody's out. And if we have them all, because she plays well off of Clara, and she plays well when we have, you know, everybody full complement in there. So, but I'm very pleased with her effort the last two games, and we look forward to, you know, just getting her back on track again on Sunday.
Thank you all for